Hello and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live with Aaron Glandon today. I'm Dan Ramey. Good to have you with us. And I'm looking down because you see Mike Smith looking down at the beginning of a lot of our programs because we're sharing it to social media.
And news is coming in all the time.
It certainly is.
You got to be prepared.
We had something sent to us just before you pushed broadcast.
Yes.
So we'll be sharing details on what that is coming up here in just a few short moments. All right. But first, let's take a look at how the weather is playing out for us. Today is a banner day. It's a very nice looking day outdoors already. I can handle that, can you?
Yeah.
Looking at partly sunny conditions. Got a feeling we'll have mostly sunny conditions before too long, though. A high of 76. Rain is in the forecast for both Friday and Saturday. High temperatures about 75 both days. And partly sunny and 78 on Sunday. The overnight lows will be around 60 to 63 degrees. So,
do you think it'll be raining during the Eagle run?
It probably will. Which is a challenge for anyone who wears goggles or glasses.
Yes.
Because when you do running, you're constantly pushing your glasses up if you don't have a strap on, and it's just aggravating.
When I do any kind of physical activity, I got to wear my contacts.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I haven't worn contacts for I can't remember how long. It's been, at least 10 years, maybe more.
I like them. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to put them in. Most of the time, I'm just too lazy to put them in.
Well, part of my problem is I have aged, so hence inside these lenses are bifocals. And I know they can put bifocals in the contact lens. It's just, I get tired of cleaning them all the time and putting them in and taking them out.
Well, I have dailies, so I just throw them away at the end of the day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
See, I don't have that kind of spendable income. That's nice. All right, coming up in just a moment, enough of the personal stuff. We'll take a look at what's making news for you today. We've got sports, and this date in history is just ahead as well. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, give them a call at 740-253-8389 for any of your dumpster needs. If you're making some changes in your home or in your business and you need a dumpster to throw all that stuff out, make sure that you give them a call. 740-253-8389. News is next.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week. The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365. 988. Save the number, save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. You'll find the information to reach Jim Butt, who can tell us more about the Bean Foundation. created in the memory of Bryant Beans Butt. The news stories we take a look at, most of them are on either our Facebook news feed or on our website, littermedia.com. And, of course, you can always follow us on Litter Media X for the postseason stuff that's going on during high school baseball and softball and track and field. Mike is doing the best job he can to track all that information to share with you live and in person on Litter Media X. We're going to start off with a conversation we had about the Lancaster Festival, which is coming up soon, celebrating their 40th season. It's July 18th, featuring headliners Lee Bryce and Wilson Phillips. I spoke with Executive Director Deb Connell earlier this week about the schedule, which has a lot of free stuff, too.
Most of what we do is free. Concerts downtown, classes for kids, performances for children, just art exhibits everywhere. That is part of our mission, is to bring art and music to the community, especially in places that people may not be able to afford to buy a ticket, and to also keep everything that we do accessible at a reasonable cost.
The shows were Lee Bryce, Wilson Phillips, and also the Wednesday night tribute to Michael Jackson. Those items are ticketed events, so you'll make sure that you purchase your tickets through lancasterfestival.org, and you'll also find the full schedule, which runs again from July 18th through the 27th.
Yes. Herr's Food Incorporated is a recognized leader in the snack food industry. In collaboration with Jobs Ohio, Ohio Southeast Economic Development, the Jackson County, Ohio Economic Development Partnership, and the Jackson Civic Improvement Corporation has announced an investment of $31 million in Southeast Ohio, creating 125 new jobs in Jackson and Chillicothe. The company has purchased the Jackson Industrial Rail site, which includes a warehouse on the eastern portion of the property. $25 million will be invested in the Jackson facility, creating 75 new jobs. Additionally, $6 million will be invested in the company's Chillicothe facility, creating 50 new jobs.
You can tell the budget is stretched. I'm surprised that Mike didn't go out and buy a package of Herr's potato chips so he could show that instead of the back of the warehouse.
Yeah.
It's a small budget.
Well, then he would have had a dilemma on what flavor to choose.
And that's true. And he probably would have chosen something like sour cream maybe.
Or the dill pickle one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see him doing that. Yeah. But congratulations to Herr's. That's great news for both Jackson County and here in Ross County. Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center holds its commencement ceremony at the VA Memorial Stadium tonight at 7 p.m. During practice yesterday, I caught up with cosmetology major Enai Sierra, and she is selected the Student of the Year for a class of 2024. Sierra is the first Westfall student selected for the honor. She and 361 students will receive their career passports tonight. I'll be there to announce, and you see my finger? That is pointing towards my granddaughter, Paradise Ader, sitting in the front row. She is the 8th kid in. So hopefully I won't be too emotional tonight.
Yeah. Well, after 8 kids, you can just leave.
No,
even if you're emceeing,
I have to stick around for the next 354 kids.
That's too many kids.
That is a lot of kids.
I'd be leaving after 8.
We'll be looking forward to seeing it, and the place will be packed, and the weather is going to be fantastic for it tonight. So see you at VA Memorial Stadium.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has signed House Bill 250. The new law will require every school district in Ohio to establish an official policy governing cell phone usage during school hours and aims to minimize students' use of cell phone in K-12 schools.
Could you make it through without your cell phone?
Yeah, we weren't allowed to have schools in class in high school.
Wait a second. Schools in class? Or you mean
phones in class? Yeah, we weren't allowed to have them.
In high school or in college?
In high school.
What about college?
They didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't. I see how that goes. But high school, I know a number of school boards have been talking about this, and I can see where it's a big distraction.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm going to harken back to the 2008 Chillicothe State Championship game, visiting and talking with the coaches who, not just for Chillicothe, but also for Toledo Libby. Libby's coach was talking about taking everyone's cell phone the night before, because they played on a Friday, then they spent the night and then played the championship game Saturday morning.
Right.
So no sense in going all the way back to Toledo. So at the hotel room, he said he took everybody's cell phones, put them in a shoebox, and he says those things were vibrating all night long from people messaging him, hey, good luck to you tomorrow. And so he said, I couldn't get any sleep at all last night just because of that. Note to coaches, if you do that, turn the phones off, and then you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So it's become a situation that we have to deal with, and certainly the conversation has been there about state law being put into place about using a device while you're driving your car, too. So certainly things that you have to consider today. Eyes on the chalkboard, as they would say, and the road, certainly. The Pickaway County Visitors Bureau has changed to tomorrow night's band performance at the Pickaway Agricultural Events Center. Due to the weather forecast, they have changed Runnin' Wild, the Ted Lewis in the 1920s tribute, to their previously announced rain date, which is going to be Sunday, May 19th at 7 p.m. I look forward to seeing you there at the Pickaway Agriculture and Events Center Amphitheater. It's a free concert of Ted's 1920s hits.
You can tour the dam at Deer Creek State Park with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Deer Creek Park Rangers. There are 5 dates in which the tours will be conducted, and you can see those right there. Each takes approximately an hour and requires going up and down and back up 7 stories, which is 176 steps. They do have an ADA accessible elevator available should anyone be in need of it.
I see Aaron Glandon taking one of those dates and doing that.
I'll take that damn tour.
You just wanted to say that, didn't you?
I was waiting for an opportunity.
You seized the opportunity quickly. I've never been. I've seen the dam from the outside, but I've never been inside.
I've never been inside. Me and my dad will fish on the outside of it.
Right.
But never been inside.
You mean your dad and I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's right the other way. That instance, it was not.
But it's a very low percentage that it's correct. Stop by the Ross County Health District Safe Communities tent at the Chillicothe Farmers Market this Saturday. 8 a.m. until 11 a.m., they'll have some gift items that are going to be giving out, but they'll also have impaired vision demonstrations, traffic safety resources with State Patrol Trooper Corey Cottrell, who's a friend of the radio program here, and, well, I guess the visual program as well. Be talking about seatbelt safety. He'll be doing that at 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
Impaired vision demonstrations, are those the drunk goggles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've never done that,
I've never done those.
Yeah, you better make plans Saturday morning.
Well, I have plans Saturday morning.
Oh, you do, don't you? Yeah,
we're doing the Eagle Endurance Run.
Precisely. We'll be keeping an eye on those who are being physically active.
Yeah. The Paint Valley Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Board announces that 28 law enforcement officers and first responders who serve in the Paint Valley Adam H. Board region have completed crisis intervention team training. This week-long 40-hour class is designed to train law enforcement officers and first responders in skills that assist them in interacting with individuals experiencing crisis due to a mental illness and or developmental disability, with a strong focus on de-escalation and active listening skills.
Mm-hmm. The paint, I've lost my spot in the script here.
Yes, you have.
Zane Trace FFA chapter recently attended the 96th Ohio FFA convention in Columbus, where in the area of agri-science fair, sophomore Elise Depew placed 3rd in food science. The team of Sadie Swepston and Lily Rose also placed 3rd in food science, while the team of Wyatt Vick and Charlie Klein placed 2nd in the power systems. Ellie Doles, Sadie Swepston, and Cora Pelletier, they received gold ratings awards for their secretary, treasurer, and reporter books, while Swepston was also recognized as the 3rd place winner in the Animal Research Proficiency Award. Senior Kaylee Atkins, was named a finalist of the State Star in Agri-Science Award, and Sarah McGraw earned 2nd chair clarinet in the Ohio FFA Band. Both Kaylee and Sarah have been on this program before. In addition to the individual awards presented, the Zane Trace FFA chapter received the gold-rated chapter award and was recognized for charitable giving throughout the year. Of course, you know about the Zane Trace breakfast and the donations they make from that breakfast. Zane Trace FFA has donated over $3,500 to charity through various projects this school year. And a big salute to that group of kids. And it's been since 2013, but 2013, Mike Smith and I were given an actual award from the Zane Trace FFA, which was a state award. They had nominated for us and went up to the state convention and accepted that award.
Congratulations.
Yes.
On Saturday, May 18th, the Knights of Columbus Council number 15793 will host a drive-through food distribution from 10 a.m. to noon behind St. Peter's Church on the corner of Church and Water Streets. Ross County residents in need of food are invited to enter the parking lot using the Church Street entrance and exit onto Water Street. Additionally, we have diapers and wipes available, sizes newborn to 6, and baby food while supplies last. Distribution is scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. Please do not arrive early and block access to the church or Church Street.
Rock Mill Days has officially kicked off. On Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, May through October, you can visit the restored 1800s grist mill in Stebbleton Park for an inside tour and to learn about the mill's history. On the last Sunday of each month, enjoy a milling demonstration to see corn ground the way it was 200 years ago. Also, don't forget to check out Rock Mill Covered Bridge, which is adjacent to the scenic waterfall. Again, it sounds like another project for Aaron Glenn.
I was about to say, I need to get out there.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is the story that came to us just before we went on the air here. It's a note to us from our friend Tammy Elinardo. There is a public notice, so this is public knowledge. The first meeting, this is the initial meeting of the Ross County Port Authority, will be held on Wednesday, May 22nd at 10 a.m. in the Integrity Room of the Adina Packard Medical Education Center. Items on the agenda are the review of founding documents and election of officers. Of course, Tammy is the Economic Development Director for Ross County CIC and JED ISCO. Don't ask me what it's Joint Economic Industrial District something. I can't remember everything.
I gotcha.
We also happen to have, before the road report, are you sliding this into the show?
Sure. I can throw it right onto, you'll see the road report screen for a second, but we're not doing the road report yet.
Okay. The reason that this is being important information is they're going to have an open house tomorrow, a ribbon cutting as well at the Mataqua Park. You see a bridge. I was there when that was being built. Yeah. Across the little gorge there for the golf course. This is the disc golf course at Mataqua.
And it's beautiful out there. I mean, I used to work for the Ross County Park District, in case you guys didn't know. Mm-hmm. And we spent many a day up at Mataqua beautifying it and getting it ready for this.
I didn't know those benches were there.
Yeah.
I took a look at, okay, there we go. Becky Kitchen. Did she not donate the land?
She was the founder of the reserve.
Of the reserve, okay.
That's what the plaque said.
Gotcha. And those steel things with the chain links, those are the holes that the disc golfers throw their discs to.
And you can see one up there.
Mm-hmm. And it's a bit of a challenge. I did not see the pond while I was there because it was I was done walking.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it quite frankly.
You need to get up there to the pond because there's a really big clearing, and it's kind of surreal to stand out there.
Uh-huh. Another reason to take the drone out.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the Litter Media drone up to check that out. But they will have not only the ribbon cutting tomorrow, but your chance to see more of Mataqua Park. And the other thing about that is they will have an actual disc golf tournament, right? I don't think it's next Friday, but sometime this summer they'll be hosting a big, giant tournament. So how do you get to Mataqua Park? Charleston Pike?
Yeah, you go out Charleston Pike past the corner market, and then you stay on there for a while, and then you lose your cell phone signal and keep going about 5 more minutes, and then you'll be there.
And you know that because you do GPS for everything.
Yes.
So,
and my music will stop playing.
Gotcha. Well, it seems to me that I remember correctly, Charleston Pike takes a hard dogleg right, and you keep going on Walnut Creek Road. And I think that's where it's like a mile away from that point.
Probably.
I think that's the way
Sounds right.
it is. All right, sports coming up after our road report. So the road report takes us to Friday morning, beginning at 7:30 a.m., the intersection of Bridge and Main Streets. The traffic lights will not be operating for the completion of the planned traffic control cabinet replacement project. The police department will be on site directing traffic for the duration of the project. Kudos to them for doing this, but why on a Friday? It's the busiest day for travel in that area. But, hey, I don't always make the rules. Sports coming up in just a moment, and you'll see HainesHealth.com is involved with our sports today in our top sports stories. Details just ahead on that. But Haines taking care of your chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs for 50 years now. They're celebrating their golden anniversary. If you click on this ad anywhere you see it, it'll take you to their website, HainesHealth.com, for Haines Total Healthcare Center. Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsons.com to learn more.
Time for sports, and we start off with the Unioto Sherman's doubles team, who is on their way to the state championships next week. That is, on the left is Lucas Haynes, on the right is Mason Thornsbury, and then also on the other side you'll see Maddox Arledge and Will Higginbotham. A 6-2, 6-1 win for Unioto over the Logan Elm doubles team to head on to the state championships. And that's going to be next week at the College of Worcester. Waverly's Caden Nybert fell in the singles final and missed his opportunity to go back to the state tournament. He had gone the previous 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, as a doubles team member at the state. So difficult for him because he lost to an exchange student at Marietta High School. And so it's a shame to get knocked out that way, but it did happen. And for the exchange student, opportunities continue here in America.
That's the American dream.
It is, certainly. Leesburg, Fairfield, and Eastern Megs have the team standings lead, while the girls in the girls' standings, Rock Hill has a sizable 20-point lead over Huntington Boys after day one of the Division III District Track and Field Championships over Nelsonville York High School. The final day is going to be tomorrow. The D1 is going on at Westerville North. I saw that Chillicothe had Trace. I could not remember Trace's first name. I kept seeing Chad in front of me. Chad McAllister is Trace's dad, and Trace is a freshman, and he qualified for the regional in the discus yesterday. And also 2 Tays Valley members also advancing. One of those is the former Miss 4th of July and the current Pumpkin Show Queen, And we're talking about Sophia Seymour.
Of
so
course.
Congratulations to them as well. Also in track and field sports, they've got more details going on today and tomorrow. Wednesday's high school tournament scores, Unioto and Circleville advancing to the D2 softball district finals on Friday at OU after wins on Wednesday. Mike Smith will be covering their games tomorrow. Jackson, Miami Trace, Washington, and Athens were among the baseball sectional champs to emerge in D2, while a few other games were rained out until tonight, all thanks to the showers we had yesterday. Yeah. The Reds lost their series at Arizona, falling 2-1 yesterday. They're on to Los Angeles now for 4 games, beginning tonight. The Reds are 1-9 in games determined by a run this season so far.
That doesn't sound like a very good stat.
Well, that includes 6 losses in the last 11 games. Now, here's the difference in why it's important. They were 34-29 in those one-run games last season, and so they need to right the ship and turn that around in order to try and have a decent season this year. The Guardians fell to the Rangers 4-0 on Getaway Day. They'll open up a weekend homestand with Minnesota Friday night. Boston put the finishing touches on the Cleveland Cavaliers, 113-98. Cavs were playing shorthanded. They didn't have 3 of their top players playing in that contest. 4-1 the finals for the Boston series. They now advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, awaiting the New York Knicks or the Indiana Pacers. NFL schedules released yesterday. The Bengals will open up at home with the New England Patriots on September 8th. They have 5 night games. Monday nights with Washington at home. Are you going to that game?
I think I might need to go to that game.
And they'll be at Dallas on a Monday night. A Sunday night game with the New York Giants, and Thursday nights at Baltimore, and on December 19th at home with Cleveland. The Browns open up at home with Dallas on September 8th. And the first primetime game for Cleveland isn't until November, late November. They will be at home with the Steelers on Thursday, November 21st, and then on Monday, December 2nd at Denver. The Thursday night game in Cincinnati, and Sunday, December 29th. The Dolphins coming to Cleveland in late December. You got to hope that it's going to be cold, yes. Yeah. Remember, those Thursday night games are being streamed by Amazon Prime. There's no broadcast TV for that. You'll have to stream those games if you want to see them. Yeah. And also, our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week is Mount Vernon Nazarene's Cruz McFadden. He's a senior right-handed pitcher for Mount Vernon Nazarene here in second-team all-conference accolades. McFadden delivered 33 innings and boasted a ratio of 10.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. McFadden had 40 strikeouts total this year. Notably, he shattered the NAIA saves record this season, finishing with 46 in his career. In 2024, McFadden had 7 saves, which was second in the Crossroads League. Congratulations to Cruz McFadden, Paint Valley grad. All right, coming up in a moment, this date in history, bring out the movie themes. Details are just ahead.
Yeah.
But first,
we're going to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable people, reliable service. And I got that mixed up, but those are the right words.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you're looking for maybe improvement in your heating, your cooling, or your plumbing, maybe you got water all over the place and you need some help, give Accurate a call now. You can find their information when you click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com. Time for this date in history. We go back to 1929. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences hands out its first awards at a dinner party. It had about 250 people held in the Blossom Room of the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, California. At the time, the first Oscar ceremony sound had just been introduced to film. The Warner Brothers movie, The Jazz Singer, one of the first talkies, was not allowed to compete for Best Picture because the Academy decided it was unfair to let movies with sound compete with silent films. Doesn't seem fair to be counted out like that either, does it?
No, it doesn't.
The first official Best Picture winner was Wings, directed by William Wellman, the most expensive movie of the time, a budget of $2 million. The movie told the story of two World War I pilots who fall for the same woman.
It wasn't about Paul McCartney.
No, and it didn't funnel into the English Patient either.
I didn't get that.
You didn't get that one?
No.
You're a movie connoisseur and you haven't seen The English Patient?
I haven't seen Wings either, or The Jazz Singer. I'm trying to think of the oldest movie I've seen.
If you say in 1990s.
No.
Okay.
Wizard of Oz was the 30s, wasn't it?
1949, I believe.
I thought it was like 1937.
Maybe it was 39.
I think it was 39.
Yeah.
So that might be it. If you don't count like the 1 minute shorts from the 1800s that the French were making. Because I watched a lot of those in class.
Yeah. I don't know what the oldest movie is I've ever seen. I've seen some things, some footage prior to 1939. I'm sure I've seen some movies that were made in the 20s.
Right.
Turner Classic Movies. You see all those types of stuff. So yeah, I've probably seen.
I've seen The Kid, Charlie Chaplin. When was that?
That would have been prior to 1939.
Yeah, because that was a silent movie.
Yes.
So that's probably the oldest movie.
Have you ever seen Silent Movie?
No.
Oh, you got to see Silent Movie.
Is that a parody like
Mel Brooks?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like scary movie.
And it will be.
But it's silent movie.
It's silent movie, and it's hilarious. And the only person who says a word in it is famous French mime Marcel Marceau. They go around, they're trying to ask everyone to participate in this movie. And he's the only one that looks at him and says, no.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So you got to check that out. All right. That's it for the program today. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And tomorrow we're back at it again with another edition of Litter Media Live. Mike will be back on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So I will see you tonight. If you're out at VA Memorial Stadium, there's probably going to be 2,500 people there. It should be a lot of fun. It's graduation time and graduation season. I've got a granddaughter graduating tonight from vocational school, her boyfriend tomorrow night, and then she will graduate from her home school on Sunday.
Wow.
And 2 Sunday school students graduating. And next year, it's going to be nephews and nieces. So the giving never stops. We can always give them advice, though.
See, I have no children or grandchildren or nephews or nieces.
The day's coming. The day's coming.
Not for nephews and nieces.
Yeah, the cool thing is I'm going through this graduation with my granddaughter, but the next granddaughter doesn't graduate for 13 years.
Right.
So it's going to be a nice gap in between the two. Hopefully I live that long to see her graduate.
Yeah. You're pretty spry.
Yeah,
You'll be all right.
I appreciate that. All right. Coming up tomorrow, back at it at 11 o'clock right here on another edition of Litter Media Live.